Ever spend weeks cutting your editing show reel only for it to not land you a single job? I've been creating my own editing show reels for over 20 years, and when I started, they weren't landing me the work I wanted. But once I learned these 6 lessons I'm about to share with you, I went from being utterly confused to landing high-end broadcast commercial jobs over and over again. In this video, I'll share those 6 lessons so your editing show reel will start landing you higher paying, more creatively fulfilling work. First, there's one mistake almost every editor makes when they start building their show reel that stops them from getting jobs. Lesson 1. After years of sending out random show reels, sometimes a fast cut montage, sometimes a link to my website, or worse, a few random Vimeo or YouTube links in a poorly written email, I couldn't figure out why none of it landed. Then I had a chance to bid on a public service announcement campaign that featured child actors. I had actually edited something like it before, and when I asked my mentor about it, he said, "Great, you have spots just like that on your reel, just show them that." And I said, "But that's only 2 spots. I have all this other stuff that's better that I want to show." And he said, "No, leave everything else off." At first, I thought that sounded crazy. Why would I hide what I thought was some of my best work? But guess what? I followed my mentor's advice and I got the gig. That's when it finally clicked for me. Our editing show reels aren't about us. It's about the audience. So show them exactly what they want to see and nothing more. This is the exact system I teach in depth inside my editing program, where you will build a new reel from scratch that actually lands you high-end jobs. Click the link in the description to check it out. So lesson 1 is make your show reel for the viewer. And now that you understand it's all about the audience, let's talk about what kind of work actually belongs on your reel. Lesson 2. When I first started building reels, I tried to include everything: commercials, short films, corporate videos, even animation. I thought showing range would impress people, but honestly, all it did was confuse them. So after you've edited a bunch of different types of projects, try and notice these 3 things: what you're best at, what you love to do, and what pays you the rate you want. Your niche is the sweet spot where those 3 start to overlap. If commercials are your thing, double down on those. If you love narrative, double down on that. And you can have more than one niche, but for each area you focus on, you need to create a unique show reel. And to take that even further, don't try to appeal to everyone in that niche. Picture one specific person who can actually hire you and make your reel speak directly to them. So lesson 2 is pick a niche and double down. And now we'll look at how to identify and connect with that one viewer. Lesson 3, when beginner editors are trying to get work, their go-to move tends to be sending out a bunch of random links to a bunch of random people. But let me tell you from experience, that rarely works. So instead of that random approach, what if it looked like this? Let's say you target an ad agency that specializes in public service announcements. You dig into their past work, you find a good contact there, then you assemble your best public service announcements and nothing more, and you send them a personal note referencing what you liked about their work. Remember, it's not about you. And you don't send them a random link, you send them a single, easy to navigate link. How do you think that's going to compare to those random email blasts? Well, I'll tell you from experience because I've done both. This approach exponentially increases your chances of landing a gig or getting that first introductory meeting with this new potential client. This means you won't have one show reel, you'll have 10 or 20 or even 100, because you're going to make a unique reel for every person tailored to their needs. So each of those reels will have different clips in a different order and be different lengths. So lesson 3 is send a unique reel for one person. And now I'll show you the importance of how you present that reel. Lesson 4, I've seen editors with incredible talent get passed over because the way they show their work looks amateur. They don't realize that presentation shapes perception. Imagine you cut an Oscar-winning scene, but to share it, you put it on a website that looks like it was made in the 90s. Nobody's going to click. And here are some other problem areas I see over and over. 1, sending reels from an unprofessional email that you created in middle school. I'm pretty sure I actually did that. You have a poorly designed website, or again, you send out a bunch of random links as your editing reel. Your brand is the preview of what it's like to work with you, so make sure it's polished. Take 30 seconds and check. Does your email look professional? Is your headshot recent and friendly? Is your portfolio easy to navigate and well designed? All these details matter. So lesson 4 is polish your brand. And now that you've done that, it's time to actually prove that you can edit. Lesson 5. A lot of editors create show reels that are flashy montages. They look cool, the cuts are fast, and the music has a nice energy, but there's a big problem. When I'm hiring an editor, a montage only proves they can cut a montage. What I really need to see are clips from longer edits or short finished pieces that show their sense of emotion, story, rhythm, and sound design. That's how I know they can shape moments and not just cut a bunch of shots to a cool piece of music. So take a look at your own reel. Are you showing real emotional storytelling or just a highlight reel? So lesson 5 is use clips that show emotional storytelling. And now I'm going to show you how to build projects for your reel that land you high-end jobs. Lesson 6, it's frustrating when the work on your reel is not the work you want more of. I've been there. For instance, you want to cut narrative films, but your reel is full of corporate videos. Or you want to edit high-end commercials, but you only have YouTube edits to show. It's kind of a catch-22 because you won't attract the work you want until you have some of that type of work on your current reel. Here's what I recommend. Find a producer or director working on the types of projects you want on your reel and offer your services at a discount or for free so you can earn that credit and build your demo reel with the types of projects you want in the future. Now, this takes a ton of hustle, but it is doable, and I promise you, it is a game changer when you get better work on your reel. And if you want to shortcut this process, you can join an editing program like mine where you'll edit high-end spec commercials that you can actually use on your reel to land high-end work. Click the link in the description to learn more. So lesson 6 is create the right projects for your reel. Now you know the key to building a show reel that will actually land you high-end jobs, but none of this advice will matter if you don't keep improving your craft. So watch this video next to learn 4 cinematic scene transitions you can apply to your edits today. Happy editing.